Hey guys, it's Garrett DMG. I'm back with another video. And in this video, I wanted to talk about the job market in this economy, man. It is not good. It's not good. Usually, like in an economy, I figured this out, well, by experience, I'm pretty sure we all have, is that your job market correlates with your economy. They come hand in hand. So if your jobs ain't lining up, it's because your economy is shit. And if your economy is shit, your jobs are always going to be shit. They're not going to pay up. They're not going to hold true. And you lose out. All right. And, you know, I seen some people and they like tell me before, oh, it's because you lack agency. No, it ain't that. This job market lacks agency. This economy lacks agency. That's why millions of Americans are leaving this country, man. They can't afford anything. Anything. We're talking gas near $5 a gallon. We're talking homes being outpriced. And they're not even good quality homes. The way that they're built, they're put together like peanut butter and jelly. And what I mean by that is that they're put together fast. Not to mention, there's apartment complexes everywhere you look. You feel like an ant in a jar moving into those places. It's like that's what they want. They want us to all be jarred into one section with a bunch of cameras pointed at us, telling us when and where to shit, piss, shop. And now I'm talking about your 15-minute cities that they're building. It's crazy, man. The way that this world is just changing and shit, I just don't understand it. You know, and I do my research every day. I'm finding out that Americans are leaving. You know, like I talked to my mom, she's struggling. And now, here's a quick backtrack with my mother, is that she had 8 children back in her time. And she was a working mom, hard worker, probably the most hardest worker I ever known. You know what I mean? And ever will know. And when she got older, she didn't get the benefits of retirement because she dipped out of work early because she got too old and her arthritis was bothering her. So she didn't have the actual power to keep on going and hit retirement age, even though they keep raising it every 5 years, if I'm correct, or they keep raising it like every other decade or something. And they're slowly killing us while they're taking our money, man. Like if you put the math together, the math ain't mathin'. This economy, man, it's taking people out one by one. You know what I mean? Homelessness by homelessness, eviction by eviction, house foreclosure by house foreclosure. And guess who's making the money? The banks and the courts. Not us. Not us. The banks and the courts. Same with these terrorists. It ain't us that's making that money. It's going to be companies and courts and banks. They're making the money. We're not. We're just a piece. We're pawns so they can make more money. That's it. Even when you have kids, when you live your life, when you die, when you're born, when your kids are born, and when they die, the only people that are collecting that check come Friday morning is them, not us. So how does that make a winning economy? It doesn't. It ain't gonna. It's never gonna. It'll never be enough. No matter how hard you work, I heard so many people online say, this is the most money I've ever made in my life, and I'm not seeing it. I felt the exact same way when I was working. Right now, I'm not working right now. I'm currently looking for a job. But I feel so discouraged because I know that one job ain't going to make me a livable wage, man. So it's like, what are we doing? What are we doing? We're not doing anything. Even if we do everything in our power, we're not doing nothing. Not in this economy. Now when gas is near $5, $6 a gallon, you know what I mean? Just to get to work, just to get anywhere. Not to mention people's car payments that they don't even own them cars. They're going to be taken, man. And I seen a video a couple days ago, this one guy, shout out to Uncle Tim. I don't know if you guys know him. Great YouTuber. He said the repo men are going to be making tons of money. They're going to be having field days because these people can't afford their cars. So they're going to be taking all that shit, bro. They're going to be taking all that shit back, bro. Doesn't matter how hard you worked for it. Doesn't matter how much you paid into it. They're going to repo that shit and they're going to laugh in your face. That's all they care about. That's all they care about is their return of investment. If they ain't getting it, then they don't care. They don't care if the numbers go up or down. They don't care if the economy fluctuates. They don't care if your pockets are low or high. They're going to take your money. They will take what you own if you can't pay for it, and they will leave you in the dirt, bro. And that is a fact. That is a fact. Like, this job market, man, is the reason why millions of Americans are fucking leaving the country, man. They don't care anymore. They don't want to care about this country. They refuse. You know what I mean? And I think I heard Brad Pitt say this on Fight Club. Like, we got no war to fight. We got no generation to shape. We got no, like, we got nothing. The war is spiritual, like he said. And that's a fact, because that's all we're left with at the end of the day. At the end of the day, when you put your keys down on that key hook and you shut that door, you're stuck with nothing but depression. You don't have your check Friday. You don't have your check the next Friday either. They've taken it through the bill system and all your bills that you got to pay. So every piece of effort that you put in your job, when you wake up and you tell yourself, when you put on that suit and tie or whatever you got, blue collar, white collar, or whatever, your pockets are getting lower and lower by the day. And nobody cares about it. Not the governments, not the president, not the politics, not the politicians, nobody. Nobody cares at the end of the day, except for the person that's being affected, which is all of us. Like, people have to admit, man, like, this economy ain't what it used to be. You know what I mean? And, like, all of a sudden, like, when shit hits the fan, nobody's going to be ready for, like, any of it, bro. You know what I mean? Nobody's going to be ready for literally any of it. You know, pantries can barely afford to keep up with people. Like, the world is, like, slowly collapsing, man. And even my mom was saying it, like, even to find an apartment, you got to have, like, a 650 credit score nowadays. Who's got that? Who's getting that? Who's working on their credit scores right now? Nobody. Nobody ain't got time for that shit. Nobody can afford that shit. Everybody's credit scores are sinking. Mine included. Like, shit's getting wild, bro. And like I said, at the end of the day, we're the only ones that are going to get affected by this shit. Nobody else. Nobody else. And they're not going to care because they're getting their return of investment. They're getting their money's worth. You know what I mean? Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos, they don't care. People like them. They don't care. Like, I remember Vulture used to say that in, like, Spider-Man No Way Home. Or, not Spider-Man No Way Home. Spider-Man Homecoming. He used to say, guys like us, we eat their table scraps. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. And he was right. Like, love him or hate him, dude was speaking facts. Like, at the end of the day, we pick up their table scraps. They don't care about us. They don't care about us. They never did. All they care about is their return on investment money and their vacations. And their big yachts and their big vehicles and everything that they got. You know what I mean? And they brainwash us that we got to live like that. That's the right way to live. But all of a sudden, we realize that it ain't the right way to live because, number one, we can't afford it. And two, your pockets are gone before you even collect anything. So it's like, at the end of the day, who's winning? The people that are collecting the tax money and the people that are putting down the rules. At the end of the day, that's all it is. The people who make the rules are the ones with the freedom. And the ones that have the freedom have the most power and the most control over the whole system. But I'll leave you guys with that. Let me know what you think down in the comment section down below. Because honestly, guys, bro, I'm tired of this economy, man. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of this economy. I'm tired of this world. I'm tired of America. I love America. That's why I got this flag behind me. I love America. I love this country. I love what it stands for. But we're not getting it. We're not getting that anymore. For some reason, it's been cheapened. It's been weakened. It's been diluted down to fucking zero. You know what I mean? And then it's crazy to think about that. You had all these people partying on an island doing God knows what. Embezzlement, fucking money laundering, God knows what, man. Manipulating the stock market, which they're still doing. They don't give a shit, bro. So why should we? At the end of the day, pretty soon, people are just not going to be giving a shit anymore about anything. And you can see it. You can see it. But at the end of the day, the people that need to care are the ones that are taking care of their kids and they got bills to pay. Because at the end of the day, it ain't going to affect anybody but me and you. At the end of the day, people like us, we don't get that benefit. We don't get the benefits that these big, rich people get. So that's the video, guys. Let me know what you think down in the comment section down below. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.